got into vintage audio a year ago, but there's a lot of things he still doesn't know, so he started up a channel on YouTube, and here he is now, the Vintage Newbie. Ba, ba, ba.
Hey gang, welcome to another episode of the Vintage Newbie. Ba, ba, ba. My name is Vernon Smith. I'm your host and the Vintage Newbie, or of the Vintage Newbie, in the Vintage Newbie. Today, I'm going to be talking about a reel-to-reel player that I got. It was the first one that I ever got, but it's not the one that I did a video on, which was the Akai, or it was a TIEC A2000S. It's the one that's right here. But I got this one. I was actually buying this one because I saw it pop up on Facebook Marketplace for, it was like $70 or something like that, which is really cheap for a reel-to-reel player. And it was a Realistic brand. It's the Realistic 999 B. I don't know how to make a B. Reel-to-reel tape deck. And being a big fan of realistic gear like the Lab 300, the SCT-11, the STA-77, the STA-90. I don't know where I'm pointing. STA-90 and a bunch of other stuff off camera view. The Nova 7Bs, which I'll also be talking about one day, maybe. But yeah, so I saw this one and I was like, ooh, well, I like realistic stuff, and I know nothing about reel-to-reel players. So let's get into it. And so that's what I did, and I went out to this guy's house out in the country, and he was a really cool guy, and he's like, well, before that, he was like, he messaged me saying, it doesn't record, it just plays. And I was like, okay, will you sell it for $50 then? And he's like, sure. And so I get up there, and he was like, yeah, like I said, it doesn't record. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. A buddy of mine who found his dad's old reel-to-reel, I was like, I'll just record on that one and then play it on this one. And he's like, I'll do you one better, and I'll give you the TIEC. And I was like, what? Because he had like tons of reel-to-reels, and he was just looking to get rid of stuff. And I was like, okay. So that was really neato of him. Thanks, Philip. So yeah, but he still wanted me to take this one with me. And he was like, it's a entry level or low end model or something. I don't know. I don't really know what entry level means, because like, who's got money, especially back then, to just be buying one to start out with and then upgrading to another? Because I mean, these things were like a couple $100 back in like 1973. Was when that one came out. So I don't know, maybe entry level is just a nice term for poor model. I don't know. I don't really think they cared about feelings back in 1973. Nope. But anywho, yeah, it doesn't have like all the bells and whistles of fancier reel-to-reel decks, which I don't really know what those features would be, because like I said, I only have that other one. Anyway, who gives a shit about that? You guys want to see what this thing does, right? Me neither. But let's get into it. I'll show you the functions, the features, and whatever else about the Realistic 999 B. Which way is it showing? I don't know. Okay, let's see what we got here. 3-head, 3-speed tape deck. Yeah, you got here your speeds right here. 1 7/8, 3 3/4, and 7.5. IPS, which stands for inches per second. Yeah, it does. The first two settings are mostly for like spoken dictation type recordings, and then 7 is when you start getting into music. 15 is when it's fancy pantsy. I guess that's why this one isn't a high-end one. Then you got your tape heads under there. You got your level volume for when you're recording stuff. You got your little jacks over here for your inputs, your outputs, your preamp volume, your regular volume. Your recording buttons, you can record on just the left or the right channel. I guess if you're recording some music with your band, man, which would also be what these microphones are for as well. If you're just listening, you lug this thing to a coffee shop and you don't want to disturb anyone, you plug in your headphones. Then you can also, there's your source monitor for either playing back tapes, then you put it on tape, or if you're recording, then you flip it up to source. And then you've got your power button that gives you power over millions. Your selector switch, which goes from rewind, it's on stop right now. C, play, pause, forward. You got your counter, it's an analog counter reset button, and then that little amber light comes on when the deck comes on. See? Told you. Now this thing does make a little bit of noise whenever you turn it on. But that's not all, folks. It also makes noise whenever it's running. Pause. It's a little loud, which I don't understand why you would hit pause when you could just go to stop. Rewind. Fast forward. Very loud. Now the play does have some sound to it, like you can hear. Wait. Don't know why that stopped. Okay. Oh, because it doesn't have a tape going through it. Yeah, that's one of the features of it, is it has an auto stop, so whenever the tape comes out of there and it winds up in there and starts flapping, it stops playing automatically. So that's a neat little feature for such a low-end deck, man. You're a low-end deck. No, you are. The reels just come on and off with, you have these little stoppers here, but they still have to actually fit on to the spindle. See the little thingies that go into the little thingies, and then you line them up. Is it gonna match up there? No. There you go. Then it slides all the way back. Put the little holder secure thing on there, and you are ready to listen to or make some music. Now this one, I could not get it to record. I got some sound coming through, but not a whole lot. This is mostly just for play. But whenever you do record, oh, and here are the view meters. They do not light up unless you're recording. See? Now for that, so to record, you have to hold this down with one hand, and then you turn it to play, and then the record buttons will stay down once you switch it to play, and then it'll be recording through whatever source you have running into your receiver, and then over to the tape deck. I'm gonna flip around the back and show you something too. Alright, so here's the back, and one thing that I like is that it has these feet on the back. I wish it had them on the bottom too, so that when you have it standing up and down, it wouldn't scuff up your furniture. But with these feet on the back, that means you can lay it down and have the tape deck flat instead of just straight up and down like, old NASA style. You could have it laying down and it'll look like you're in a recording studio. Isn't that neat? I thought you would like that. Back to the front. Well, there you go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Everything you wanted to know, needed to know, desired to know. about the Realistic 999B Reel to Reel tape deck from Radio Shack. Thanks for joining me. If you like this kind of content, you better hurry up and subscribe before I run out of stuff to talk about. Have a blessed day.